So this is it. You guys made it over here. But no one's really seen it to this level in a while. Everyone kind of, when I first got it, people came over here and were like, what are you going to do in this dungeon? Just be by yourself like you always do? And it's just like, no, like I'm going to fix it up and do what I want to do and like make stuff. This stuff's beautiful. It looks like a painting almost, you know. But it's just like skating, you know, you just get older and it's like skating can't, you want it to, but physically your body doesn't let you do what you want to be doing, and it could frustrate you, and you could put that energy into something totally negative, which is sad. I think a lot of people in the skateboard world do. Or you could try to do something. I don't know what's cooler. I don't know. You could try to make something and do other stuff. And that's pretty much what this is. Yeah, I mean, woodworking and just trying to make stuff. You know, if this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 50 years, I don't know. You know, it's keeping me busy now. I really enjoy doing it. And like I said, it's like East Coast Pro. It's like, I mean, you see it. It's a lot of downtime, not skating, you know. You could piss away a lot of free time. And I think I just hit a point where that free time was killing me. I couldn't do it anymore. I needed a place or something to make myself feel like I'm doing something productive when I'm not skating, instead of, you know, sitting at the bar or something, or watching TV, or, which you know, no hard feeling, you know, to each their own, but I just know as a personal thing where I was at a year or two ago, and I just needed something more than just numbing myself out when I was done skating, and just have to keep it going.
I guess I met Pappalardo in late 2003 when he moved to New York. I don't know, you know, like, on one hand, like, you sort of have a preconceived idea, you know, like, you think about dudes that skate for Alien, and you think of, like, Van Engelen and fucking Kalis and people like that, and they're, like, sort of intimidating, so you gotta think, like, a kid from the East Coast that came up skating in Philly, essentially, like, you know, when you see his first couple parts, like, he might be kind of a dick. He definitely was a lot more down-to-earth and humble, like, meeting him, you know? I mean, every interview where people are talking about the Lakai video, they're like, oh, there's such this, like, big, long expectation. Their hopes are so high, like, blah, blah. Like, I'm sure he doesn't respond to that at all. Like, that's the last thing he wants to think about. And so, like, probably woodworking or whatever he's doing off the board is probably, like, in some ways therapeutic, or it's just kind of keeping him grounded, you know?
Anthony's just, like, I feel like he's just not gung-ho about it. Like, I don't feel like he, like, wakes up and, like, fuck, dude, I gotta, like, go out and backside 360 flip, tail slide on this ledge right now. Like, I think he does what he thinks looks good, and it's not about impressing anyone. It's not about impressing anyone at all. It's kind of about just being true to yourself.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's definitely not a spotlight person. You know, he doesn't really. Yeah, he definitely frustrates him for sure. You know, he doesn't like people caring or even wanting to care about what he's up to. He's just to himself, you know, just a normal person who he's good at skateboarding. And people like say, hey, you know, what's Anthony doing? What's he up to? Like, he's on skateboarding in Brooklyn somewhere, you know what I mean? Maybe he's by himself, maybe he's with Bill, you know, I don't know.
Is that possible right now?
I had to go to Williamsburg early in the morning on a fucking Sunday, 8 in the morning. I rode my bike over the bridge, and I get a text from Pappalardo like 15 minutes later, and he's like, riding your bike over the Williamsburg Bridge? And I was like, yeah, like, what are you doing up? And he's like, killing it. Like, where the fuck was he? Like, I don't know, you know, what was he doing at 8 in the morning on a Sunday?
like the root of skateboarding has and always will be is fun. And making skate videos, you definitely have to put in work, and it takes the fun aspect out of it. You know, we got to go bondo this, and we got to go light this up, and we got to go here, we got to do that. And skating's not like that. You know, skating's like what Pappalardo's part's about. It is about going out your door and skating down the street. I don't think you'd ever see Pops skating like one of those makeshift jump ramp to ledges or something. You know what I mean? It's like he skates like true stuff that you would find just lurking around. Out of all the parts in the video, look at Pop's part, and it's the most true to skating. It's the less contrived part out of everything, you know? And that's what makes Pop's part stand out. You know, aside from the fact that it's all on the East Coast, you know, that's just a totally raw, pure form of skating. That's basically the equivalent of jumping out of your front door and skating something.
Do you think like the vibe of Fully Flared and the vibe of like the rest of the team had anything to do with him not skating for Kai anymore after that?
No. I mean, I don't know if it's common knowledge, but that was going on before the video was even over. You know, it's like, I think the one thing about like Lakai is that there's so many good guys on there. They all deserve to have shoes and these great deals. And I don't care what company you are, it's like, how do you support 19 pro shoes? That's a huge salary. You gotta be like the Swoosh or the Three Stripes to support some shit like that. And I'm sure when Pops was filming his part, he knew, like, I'm just gonna get through this Lakai fucking thing, get through this beast, and then I'll get on a shoe company and pay some bills. Like, you know, I think it's great that someone like Alex and Pops can go and live a little bit more comfortably, you know, and, you know, it's not affecting their positions on Chocolate or Girl. And I think, like, what Federico was saying, like, you know, it's pretty cool that, like, everything just kind of worked out, you know?
Like, he's doing all right. He's doing good. He's stoked on everything. I think leaving Lakai was a good thing for him. I think it was, like, you know, Rick and Mike left their, like, companies, you know, when they were younger, like, to try their own things and to see if they like it. I mean, and they seem to be doing well themselves. So, he seems to be, like, the forefront. Like, he seems to be, like, the dude at Converse, you know what I mean? So that's, like, a good thing, you know? Because he's like, oh, I want this shoe. Like, I can get it, you know what I mean? Like, I can tell them I want this in suede, I want this, like, and it's there, you know? They're super down for him.
Does Converse, they get behind this kind of stuff?
Yeah, they were psyched. They were like the initial people that helped me out with the space and getting the space going and pushing me to do some more of this stuff, and that's a good feeling to have, you know, not just like send me your footage tape with 30 seconds of footage, and, you know, they know I'm skating when I'm skating, and in here I'm not trying to fool anyone, or it's a really good relationship. And I think some of the first 20, 25 people, like shops and stuff that kind of order Converse, and just shops in general that, you know, carry the product and back it, we'll get like one of these benches or something. We're trying to work something out. Not like the dudes at the skate shop give a shit, but whatever. If I'm not skating, I'm in here. Used to be the bar. So yeah, I'd rather just come here and just play around, try to make something. Yeah, Cocoa Bowl is really interesting. This stuff's really cool, like this spalted maple. Like, I want to do a huge table of just this stuff. Yeah, my grandfather gave me a lot of stuff. He was an electrician, and he always did this as kind of like a hobby as well, kind of woodworking and anything craftsman. He would just, he like built his own house type of guy. So he gave me a lot of his old stuff. to play around with. And it was actually cool. He came over here about a month ago, and he's just like the guy that you can never get a reaction out of, and he was like proud. It was cool. Stray.
Friendliest dog.
Friendliest dog.
She looks like Santa's little helper from the Jack version.
I think you do get a different type of relationship when you rescue a dog. I think they know. I just repeat what everyone else says. It's like you don't have to be Sigmund Freud to figure that type of psychology out. The bond they give you is just, it's there.